Hi guys, good evening. We have a special new friend who's joining in. She has been awarded Bharat Ratna Award by Dr. Abdul Kalam Azad, and this was awarded by Lieutenant Kiran Bedi, Governor then at Puducherry. She's been an educationist and she is a consultant for teachers. She's been training teachers for almost 3 decades, and she's been all over. It's all over about training women, training teachers, training students, training schools. She has done awesome job with almost 1,400 workshops, and impacting close to a lakh of teachers around. So nice to have you, Dr. Seena, over here. Very senior personality. How can you stick to one profession for a long time? I'm surprised, but glad to have people like you, because you know what works, what doesn't work in this particular industry, how things work, what would really work. So nice to have you here. So maybe can you introduce our friends who want to connect with you, who have are into a similar passion, or who are passionate about getting into teaching, or their business is towards teaching, as to how you started this, why passion for education, how did you get into training the teachers, and molding the students. So all yours.
Yes. Thank you so much, Ravi, for having me on this platform. It's just a great pleasure and a golden opportunity, I should say, to associate with Work TV. Okay, and of course, when you want to achieve a particular thing, what is essential is your expertise. Expertise always comes when you put in effort and you work in one proper direction. When you have a proper direction and when you focus over that particular direction or the particular goal, everything is possible. And you cannot be an expert, or you cannot be called a master trainer until you have been exposed to all these kinds of various kinds of fields. In the field of education itself, you have various sectors. You have to be open to various sectors. So this career I started, I never wanted to be a teacher, though. It all begins like that. The story begins like that. I want always, as you know, as I'm sure even you were questioned by your parents what you wish to be and all those things when you were small, and all of us used to raise our hands saying doctor engineer. So that was a trend, and I wanted to be a doctor. My sister's ambition was that I be a doctor, my parents, but my parents couldn't afford. Like, we are from basically from a low economical family. We were 5 kids, and by the time I was the youngest of all, and by the time I could get into 10th, my father got retired, and my father said, no, you have, like, only this is the qualification I can give you till 10th plus 2 years of teachers training.
Hmm.
That's all. I cannot afford. So that place, the place where I was born, Dandeli, is such a place, like, all of them used to Catholics, mostly Catholics used to go for teachers training. So 10th plus 2, I did my teachers training, and obviously I was pushed in to be a teacher. Okay, and my first job was in Mumbai. I was placed in Mumbai Loretos. That was my
Okay.
first job. I didn't want to be a teacher, and first day I went, okay, fine, Bombay. I was cool and excited, and I was given that KG teacher role. I was just 18 years old when I started my job. 17 to 18, I started my career. And I walked into the school, and there are children crying, and first of all I felt like crying. And KG kids and all, and parents were pushing them through the gate, and I was pulling them, and I used to cry continuously for 3-4 days. I cried saying that I don't want to go to school, I don't want to be a teacher. So my sister encouraged me, who was also a teacher. She said, no, this is a call and you need to do it. By slowly you will settle down. Then slowly I got settled down as a teacher. KG children also settled down. I also settled down with the children, and then and then it was the immense love that they portrayed, Ravi. I was a spinster that time. I don't know what it is to have kids, and like, it was totally different chaos in the classrooms,
True.
utter chaos in the classroom, and the kids used to vomit, and toilet and restroom and KG section. And like slowly I settled down with them. Their love, their wishes, their, like, smiles, and coming and hugging me. Then they settled down, I also started hugging them, and then slowly I started falling in love with the profession. I started liking the profession, then liking changed into love, and love changed into passion. And then it was vigorous, and after that, I started qualifying myself. I
Mm.
studied, I'm a self-made person, so I started qualifying myself. Like, I completed all the courses, completed MSc, and I completed train the trainer program, NLP program, and learning disability, whatever could come. I invested a lot on education. Maybe that was the factors around me, the situation around me pushed to do it. Like, so as I was a single parent, I got married. After marriage, I was into certain kind of problem. It was like, domestic violence. We were a victim of violence, me and my daughter. And
Oh.
that pushed me, that struggle pushed me to achieve more. So I qualified myself, I kept on studying. And then from teacher, then I felt that the salary wasn't sufficient for me and I had to work more, I have to put in effort. And from there were few decisions I took in my life to design my life, certain decision that helped me. My first decision was to say no to domestic violence, and then I
Mm.
came out of it. My second decision was to qualify myself further. That I did it. Then third decision was to get into training. So to travel, to come out of my comfort zone. I have to move out. I have to go into a comfort zone where I have to travel day in and day out. 24 days, 25 days. I used to be travel all India, leaving my daughter in the hostel. That was the third decision of my life, where I had to give away all my comforts. Like my daughter had to sacrifice. I had to sacrifice a lot of things. So that is how I got into training. And it was vigorous training for nearly 10 years, non-stop travel, working for corporate sectors, exposure to corporate sectors, meeting hundreds of teachers. It was a non-stop, you should say, passion, and it became like so much of passion. In Tamil, we say verithanam. Verithanam means
Mm.
the need to drive, to fight, and to do it. So time was not a constraint. Travel was not train, bus, flight, anywhere, anytime. So that was a consistent effort I put nearly for 12 to 13 years. And that is how I complete. I'm the only woman trainer in India to complete 1,400 workshops all over India. So that is how I was recognized for my effort. So that is my contribution, and there are a lot of teachers whom I keep inspiring, and I keep pushing them and tell them you can do it in teaching profession. That's a long way to go, and we all can keep. So teaching is not the end to everything, like just being a teacher. In teaching profession, you can be a principal, a vice principal, you can raise yourself to be a coordinator, a trainer. There are so many things in a teaching sector that teachers can rise themselves up. So this is how my passion grew up, and this is how I grew up to be a trainer, touching the hearts of thousands of teachers all over India. The only best thing I would say in my training is I'm able to connect with people. So that is the best
That's super.
positive thing in my trainings.
Super. So
Yes, Ravi, what
this
else?
this was like an arranged marriage. You were pushed. You were
Yes.
pushed, and then you had to love, and then love happened, and then your passion started. Right?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that were the different stages, and this is how we all, I think, so women, all of us have to rise up above the standard, because we need to raise ourselves, like above par. We have to go.
Superb. So, and you've done so many courses. I feel so jealous seeing all the all the achievements behind you. You know
Yeah, I,
all
I
the,
I call it the wall of fame.
yeah.
I feel proud of it. The reason why I have put it, maybe that would inspire my daughter also.
Hmm.
Like my daughter seen that, and my daughter says, "Ma, you have so many. I think so I should get double of it." That's an inspiration to her also, and it keeps reminding me that it's not the end. I need to fill the wall. That's still there. That's so many things that I have to keep learning,
Learning.
and I'm proud of it because it was my hard work, the amount that I put into it. So much. This is my only wealth. This is my
Super.
only wealth. If you ask me what you have today, out of 30 years, my wealth is all this, my education, my qualification. This is my wealth. This has taken me to place. So I'm very
But
proud of it.
super journey from teachers training, to students counseling, parents counseling, you know, techniques for skills. Your list is like endless in terms of so
Yes.
how did the leadership thing happen? So yeah, apart from
Yeah,
schools, you're also going to corporates and teaching on leadership skills. You do workshops on
yeah.
that too.
So no, I keep exploring myself every time. I'm never happy. You should say I always ask myself what next. What next? I was doing too much, so much of teachers training, and nearly 14 to, like, I was taking 14, 15 topics. Then I expanded. What other topics can I take for teachers? I kept on exploring myself. After teachers, I was certain point I got bit stagnated. Then I said no, I have to do something different. Then I got into parenting. So I did vigorous parenting sessions all over Tamil Nadu, and I went to Bhopal also. I went to other states. I got into parenting. So the parenting, it went on very well, and it was like, whichever session I went, it was a rock star session, they would say. So I touched the heart of so many parents. Then next question is what next? So it is like, then I got into student council. There's no area that I don't explore, Ravi. I try to keep on exploring. Now you won't believe, now this pandemic, like, then what next, like, what can I do, I keep thinking and keep exploring, keep tapping my potentials to the maximum that I can. I push myself to the maximum. So leadership, obviously, when you start traveling, when you start meeting people, the leadership comes, it becomes an integral part of you, because you are traveling on your own.
Hmm.
Midnights you are traveling, you are staying alone in hotels. In hotel room you are alone. You are traveling in cabs overnight with boy, like, you have the executives with you. You are traveling with them. So that automatically you become confident. When you are confident, automatic, and the huge crowd in front of you. I have addressed more than 2000 parents at one go. I have addressed. So the huge audience is in front of you. When you see that, automatically you get a sense of pride, and sense of you get confidence in you, and your voice, your body language automatically changes. And I feel leader is the one who keeps updating himself, who keeps changing, and who keeps supporting other people also. There are many other teachers. I'm trying to get into training field slowly, inspiring lot of women, especially single women. I'm trying to touch their lives and bring into training and giving them good placements all over India. There are so many families I try to settle down by getting a job. So during this pandemic also, we have something called Ace Academy Club. So we put some money, we all gather amount, some kind of amount, and this month we have supported 3 teachers financially. So those who lost their jobs. So we have done that thanks to my Ace
Oh,
Academy members, those who are there. And we took this initiative, and this is the first month we tried to reach out to others. So leader is the one who tries to reach out to others. It's not about me, it is about us.
superb. I really like that, because a lot of people have lost their jobs. And in each
Yeah.
segment, each industry, if we have people like you who are at least taking care of one person, who can handhold one person in their needs, uh, we might not be in a
Yes.
position to pay the entire salary which they were earning, but at least take
Yeah.
care of their needs until this situation eases out. I think we will be in far, far
Yeah.
better state.
Just a little support. Just a little support. Just not that you are giving, as you said, not the entire salary, but just we are supporting each one with 3,000 or 4,000. And this amount right now during this pandemic is a big thing for them. Even that amount of 3,000 or 4,000 that you give is a big amount. Your contribution of 500 is a big amount to the teachers right now. So as a community, teaching community, educators community, we all need to support each other. We all need to work hand in hand and collaborate with each other. Like, it's the need of the hour right now.
Cool, superb. So, Seena, we also have some rapid fire questions so that we get to know you well, because this is getting
Okay.
interesting. So, any
Okay.
other skill which we are not aware of, which you're really good at, and we've not listed it out here in the introduction?
Yeah. There is, I told you, I keep exploring. You want me to sing, I'll sing.
Oh my!
I'm good at dancing. You ask me to dance, I'll do that. You ask me to do mimicry,
Wow!
I'm a very good storyteller. I told you, I keep discovering. Yeah, I work towards it. I just plan and then I work towards it. I'll do it. I had not discovered myself. All used to say you're very expressive, the way you talk, and good voice modulation. But I never went into storytelling. This pandemic time, I became a very good storyteller. So I had storytelling session for children and a lot of activities I conducted, and I became a good storyteller. This was something which I never had discovered, and that is something new. And singing, yes, I can entertain you a little bit with my singing. I love singing also. And I'm a party animal also. I enjoy my life. Whatever circumstances, no, I believe in enjoying life. Whatever circumstances, it keeps hurdles keep coming, all little keep coming. Life is not a straight road. You have the curves, you have the bends. Some of them have big bumps, and some of them have small ones. The road is bumpy. Okay, so for
Okay.
yeah, so the road is bumpy. So for some of them have to handle big. So I have handled everything. So all kind of situation. You won't believe this ACE Academy we started just before the pandemic. I left my corporate job and I said, I like, because I got stagnated a little bit. I said, I want to start something of my own, and started with ACE Academy. The moment I started ACE Academy, 3 days, then, pandemic started. It was lockdown.
Hmm.
So, yeah, that was a big challenge, a very big challenge for me. Now, what do I do? But it went on very well, and now I have nearly hundreds of teachers in various groups. I have a lot of teachers. I started with student ACE Academy Club. I started with teachers ACE Academy Club. There's so many things. I have 2 pages were full of teachers. I conducted 30 webinars during this time, the free webinars as well as paid webinars. So I discovered, I told you, I unleash my potential to the maximum. So whatever you ask, I'm ready for that.
Super. Good one. I
Yeah.
can imagine when you walk into a workshop or a training program, the energy which you're carrying in is just superb. I think, you win 80% of your marks with the energy you
Yeah.
carry,
No,
right?
no, it is not like that, Ravi. I'll tell you one thing here. The moment, see, everybody has certain perspectives in mind regard to a trainer. Okay.
Hmm.
And still, however, though we may say, no, we aren't like that, we are not racist, or we are not, but the moment you enter, people don't accept me. When I enter, people do not accept me. Maybe my color, my size, or whatever it is. It's like, they don't accept. Trainers are supposed to be like this, and they have a perspective in mind about a trainer, So when I enter, they are not happy with it. Oh, what is she going to do? Their body language is entirely different. If you have worked with audiences, I can tell you, out of 2,000 people, I can exactly tell you how many people haven't accepted me in the session. It will
Hmm.
be for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Slowly the temper starts. I start pointing out those people and the senior ones and the junior ones and some snobbish ones. I start, getting them in. Wow, you look so beautiful. Hey, you look so pretty. Hey, come on. I can see you. Come on, let's do it. I involve them in activities. And after the tea break, entire crowd is next to me. And there are so many people who have given feedback after the session. They say, Seena ma'am, when you entered, we were like, oh God, the day is going to be bad. But Seena ma'am, we are so sorry for the kind of perspective we had about you. You are a rock star. End of the day, they say, you are utter rock star. And they turn out, and men who scream out loudly, Seena ma'am, we are in love with you. So it is like, wonderful the way we change the perspectives of people, So it's wonderful how you begin and how you end. People who did not, when you walked in, people who did not even stand to welcome you, yes, they come to the door, they come to the car, they open the car door to put you in. That is the kind of change I bring in into my session. How we
Correct.
started and how it ended matters a lot.
Super. Good.
Yeah.
I could really be there and imagine whatever you said. So
Yes,
just
yes, yes.
so good one. So you're
Happens.
all set ready for the rapid fire questions?
Yes, yes, I am all set.
Okay. So if you could make up a new subject in the school, what would it be? An entirely new subject which is currently
Uh,
not existing.
humor.
Humor.
uh, Humor, a subject where children are only cracking jokes and laughing and coming out doing mimicries, a humor class. What our children are missing today, all of us are missing today, is laughter. Laughter is the key. life. Hardly people smile at you. Nowadays, hardly people smile at you. So the humor is very much required to, so that you can come out with different activities where you drive in humor out of the child. You make children laugh out the loudest. You don't have to go and stand in gardens in circle holding hands and laughing. Now people are not getting opportunity to laugh.
True.
That's why we thought it's become like a
True.
yoga exercise. They are standing in gardens and they are holding hands and they are laughing out loudest, because that will really give you some kind of energy. So humor should be a special topic where children crack jokes, come in front, mimicry or role play, do something, but laugh out the loudest. One period like that, I would love to take up that period, and I love to create a syllabus also for that.
Superb. Good one. What is the first thing you do when you wake up? So with experience, we also want to learn. How is your day-to-day activity? So what is the first thing you do after you wake up?
First thing when I do, just when I get up, is I thank, just one cross, sign of cross, and I just thank God for the beautiful day. And then I maybe, of course, I'll take the phone with me. I'll come down and then take my cup of tea. Or early morning, first thing I need is a cup of tea. Yes. So like I begin my day with a cup of tea. Yes, and then slowly like wind up myself and start thinking, sit and think what next. As I'm sipping my coffee.
So if a friend of yours or a colleague or a neighbor feels sad, what do you do to make them feel better?
I listen to them. Important is to listen to what they are speaking. You cannot make anyone feel better. I have a very different kind of approach towards it. Like all of a sudden somebody is sad, immediately you can't make them better unless you hear them out. Only when you hear them out, you will be able to give a solution and make them feel better. So I would prefer to be a good listener and give proper eye contact. Eye contact, keep my cell phone down, give proper eye contact and listen and not just hear.
Okay. What's the ideal or perfect playground, since you've been working with a lot of schools, and what is the ideal playground? Because nowadays it's like most of it is like a concrete building. There's no playground. So what's the ideal thing for you?
Yeah, of course it has to have all the aspects, like a throwball court or like volleyball court and basketball court, and most of the schools have it for, I think so, it's just for namesake, because you don't see children playing there. They don't get time to play. And when you say playground, KG children, KG and lower class children should have a different playground entirely. One same playground is one playground, and one structure is not going to support the entire school system. Yes, just you have one, you see, you go to any school, you'll find a net, just a throw ball net and nothing, and plain ground. So one section should be higher for high school students, and another section should be lower classes like KG to class 4 or 5, where the activities are entirely different. Sand activity, gardening, whatever, the activity section should be entirely different for KG and primary kids. And for secondary, it has to be entirely different. And with all play materials, of course.
Okay. So what do you kids say? They want to switch the roles? Your daughter, she wants to switch roles, or she wants to get into the same passion, or she has got a different agenda altogether?
No. Till today, to be frank, we have no agenda. We mother and daughter are entirely different. We are the best buddies. We have no agenda at all till now. Of course, I have put her into a journalism college and have taken up 3 subjects for her. This is how we work, step by step. Till 10th, 11th, 12th, and we never decided what it is going to be depending on her marks. And I never ever asked her for her marks entire lifetime. Whatever she's done. That's because I used to be on travel continuously. So whatever she has done, it as her own effort. So after 12th, we just said, I put her into Bangalore. Just wanted her to go to Bangalore so that she's able to get an exposure, meet other students. And I've taken 3 subjects for her, main subjects. That is, I've chosen English, I've chosen journalism, and psychology. So now 3 years, I have to see that in which area she is doing better. So if she's doing well in psychology, then she will do masters in psychology. If she's doing good in English, then she will take up literature. If she's good in journalism, then she'll do masters in journalism. So the field is entirely open for her, like, and anytime she can change, anytime she can do. So I have left it to her. Till now we keep discussing, and till now we are not come to a valid point that this is going to be. She every day she keeps changing. Oh, I wish to be this. Next time she sees something, I wish to be this. Okay, I said whatever, let time pass by, we'll see. It's no, if we are not in a hurry, Ravi, to achieve. It's not a rat race or something that we need to run, we need to achieve something. And I don't ever give her all these lectures that life is motivation, you should do this and you should do that. I said keep enjoy life, let her enjoy life. Yes, I started working very early. I want my daughter to enjoy her life. Yes.
So, do you prefer cold weather or hot weather?
Lukewarm. Like it's not neither too cold. I can't have very cold water, not very hot water. I would say the medium, not freezer water. I can't have freezer water. So like especially it affects my throat, so I have problem with that. So lukewarm water.
The last thing which made you smile?
To see a handsome man sitting right in front of me. That made me smile. Last time, this is the last time I saw you. And I smiled. I said, wow, Ravi, so handsome. Good. Of course, obviously.
How do you make friends? You've been traveling a lot. You've been into a lot of workshops. Almost
Yeah.
touched life for close to a lakh of people. So how do you make
Yes.
friends?
I'm very friendly person. I start conversations. I say hi, hello. I myself started. My smile is everything. Or my smile speaks a lot. And I'm very friendly. I don't start. People say the way you talk sounds like we know you since ages. Like it's not a new conversation. I don't try to be rigid. I'm a very flexible person. So it just clicks. I don't know. I have lots and lots and lots of friends. Too many friends I've got. Yes, and all in love with me. That's the problem.
It's a good one.
I've got too many friends. Yeah, teachers who love me immensely and who support me to the core. There are many, many teachers who love me immensely and they keep messaging, they keep talking, and I keep supporting and I keep boosting them up, so they get inspired. So I have lots of friends. Actually, I never get stuck up to one person or two person. It's not that he is my best buddy I have too many friends, all of them. Yeah, and I can go up with any age. Age is never a limit for me. I have kids as my friends, small kids, and teenagers are my friends. All my best buddies are teenagers, and old people also. I vibe with everyone. So you want me to party with the teenagers, I'll party with the teenagers. With the oldies, you want me to gossip something, I'll sit and talk with the oldies. So it is all different kinds. I just blend with whomever I meet. That's all. No judging, because I don't judge people. I never judge. The moment I see, I never judge them. I just accept people as they are. So the moment you start judging people, then you start making a distance. You create a gap. So what is most required is you don't judge people. Just accept them as they are, and everyone will turn out to be a friend. They also will start accepting you. That is important.
So, in the entire work journey, we generally come across a lot of colleagues, colleagues which make your life tough because they are always creating negativity and all that. There are colleagues which will make your journey easy because you feel like going to work and all that. Apart from delivering what you're supposed to do, they make you comfortable. So, one such good friend like you who also made you laugh and made your journey memorable. It can be just for 1 year, 2 years, a couple of years. Who was that one friend who made your journey during those moments very memorable? Like you, he or she made you laugh and happy.
Yes, I have two buddies. I should say that they are more like my. They were my colleagues, and they turn out to be my brothers. I would say Arupam Das Gupta. He was my colleague. He turned out to be a best buddy. They are all youngsters. Huh? They are all young guys. And another one is Jitin Dhingra, who is in Delhi. Jitin Dhingra and Arupam. They are my strong supporters.
Super.
They'll never let their sister down or their friend down at any moment. And like even this, everybody is against you. These two people stand by me. You say, no, we are there with you. we'll support you and we'll take care of you. So there I always, when I was working, I always felt comfortable with these two boys who were though younger, but they proved their maturity. Their maturity level was immense. Okay, and that is I always, and even difficult times, whether it is, I have these two people in mind. Any tough time, I just have to call up. By any two of them, I just have to call up and my purpose is solved. So they support me immensely. So they are my lifelines, two buddies, my lifelines, my colleagues. And now we have become all ex-colleagues. But still we are the same. The connect is always there.
Good one. So with all this
We need such
experience,
positive people. We need such
yeah,
positive people
that
around.
is true. That is true.
Yeah.
So with all this experience, Seena, what would you do if you become the chief minister? What are the areas you would focus on?
Of course, it has to be the education sector, as I said. And of course, they have brought the policies, they have brought such wonderful changes now. So I would already they have brought. This was my thought earlier, that we would make education skill based. Every child who moves out of the school has to come out with a particular potential or particular skill, so he should be able to survive in the society. It's not just content or knowledge, it has to be skill based. So that was my concern, and it is happening now. How would I like to support as a CM? I would like to see that in how many days you are giving me this opportunity to become CM?
Entire tenure. You've got 5 years, but
Wow. I would. The policy is already made. I'm happy with the policy. Policy is good. So I'm very happy with it. Oh, I would see that it's executed properly. Execution is where we fail. So policies are made every time something comes out, something new CC came out, we come out with something new, but execution is not happening in the proper way. It's not reaching to the teachers. It's not reaching the classrooms. So I would like to put on a lot of committees who will see that these things are reaching out to the teachers and to schools in particular. So execution part, I'll take care of the entire execution part and see that it happens.
super. Good one.
Yeah.
Very nice connecting with you, Dr. Seena. I mean, it's an honor. So do friends do connect with her, do follow her because immense personality. We need people who have a lot of experience because their experience talks, and their training talks with their experience. They know what works, what doesn't work, and so glad to have you here, Dr. Seena. I mean, I really enjoyed the show. Lot of learnings for me, and it is nice to interact with people like you who bring in a lot of energy. And I don't know about the content of the training, but your presence and that positivity and that energy will make a lot of difference. And please do what you're doing, continue to do what you're doing. And I really love the way you're driving this ACE Academy. First time I'm hearing institution which is helping teachers who lost their jobs, supporting them. First time on the show, or I've not even heard in the news. So very good initiative. I think this is something which other teachers or principals or people from educational fraternity should try and at least raise some fund, because yeah, a lot of these professions people are hesitant to ask for help. So I think we should do that and
Yes.
support people who are really doing this. And unofficially, I mean, we don't have to publicize who got benefited out of it,
Yes.
but at least secretively help
Yes.
those people. So thanks a
Yeah,
lot.
but in a group we don't mention. We mention one or two names, okay, but few names those who are in good profession, but still they are not able to sort out issues. We keep the name anonymous, and we just try to support, So that is.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot for joining in. It's an honor having you here on this particular show. And thank you. Anything we can do for supporting you or spreading the word out, do get in touch with us. So you have a friend, new friend in Hyderabad too.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Ravi. Thank you so much. When I come there, we'll surely meet up. Yes. And thanks. I wish WurkTV all the best. You are doing excellent job. Yes, of connecting people. Yes, thank you so much, Ravi, and thanks to WurkTV also and all the viewers there, my educators, my teachers. Love you all, dear teachers. Yes, thank you so much, all my Facebook friends. Love you all. Stay safe. positive, stay happy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ravi.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
Have a